I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy choke small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did what you did to me.
It's Saturday, so you already know what it is. Negro News. I am Joseph Ward, and I'm here giving you this story, the story of the week. The story of the week. Shannon Sharpe, ex NFL Hall of Famer, tight end for the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens, has been accused of SA by a young lady that he was involved with not too long ago. And the lawsuit was filed recently. And it's stating that she's stating that he SA'd her in January. And it's been I think she said a couple instances where she accused him of SA and say it was brutal. Right. So Shannon Sharpe is in hot water, and it's a $50 million lawsuit. This comes out right when it's announced that Shannon Sharpe will be getting a $100 million deal, and I believe it's for his own brand. I'm not sure it's for ESPN, but for his own brand. So that deal may be blocked. And Shannon also stepped away rather from ESPN. So this is where we are. The black man, the older black man, 55, 56-year-old black man being accused of SA currently by, I believe, a 23-year-old white woman. And at the time when Shannon Sharpe first got involved with her, I believe they say she was 19 when he first got involved with her. So basically, like a mid-50s man involved with a 19-year-old. And let me say that again, a mid-50s black man involved with a 19-year-old white girl. So let me read. A Nevada woman, and her name is Gabby Zuniga. So we're going to call her by her name. We're saying Shannon's name, we're going to say her name. So Gabby Zuniga is suing Hall of Fame tight end and media personality Shannon Sharpe for more than $50 million, alleging that he R-worded her and threatened her during a 2-year relationship. And you heard the audio. The lawsuit filed Sunday in Las Vegas District Court by attorney Tony Busby seeks damages for pain and suffering, psychological and emotional distress, mental anguish, embarrassment, and humiliation. Now, if you don't know who Tony Busby is, Tony Busby is a lawyer out of Houston, Texas, who has a reputation of going after high-profile black men and also has a reputation of conducting bad business. Now, as you heard Shannon Sharpe state, Tony Busby recently went after Jay-Z, and Jay-Z was accused of SA. And Shannon Sharpe is saying it's a shakedown. Jay-Z was saying it's a shakedown. So their approaches were different. So when Jay-Z was accused and the lawsuit was filed against him, and it was a civil lawsuit against Jay-Z, and this lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe is also a civil lawsuit. Jay-Z said, if you are saying I did something criminal, let's go to criminal court. Let's take it to criminal court. And the lawsuit was thrown out. And Tony Busby also lost his right to practice law in the state of New York. So this is what we're dealing with, right? So Shannon Sharpe, who is 56 as of now, he denied the allegations Tuesday in a video statement, as you saw. He said the lawsuit is a shakedown, and he's defending himself, which he does have the right to do. The woman identified in the complaint, so in the lawsuit or in the complaint, she's identified as Jane Doe, but we know her name is Gabby Zuniga. And I would bring up her Instagram, but she ain't got no clothes on. And also she's an OnlyFans girl. She does OnlyFans, and Shannon Sharpe even mentioned that she does OnlyFans. The woman identified as Jane Doe alleged Sharpe first approached her while she was working out at a Los Angeles gym in January of 2023. So she would have to be like 21 now if she was 19 at the time, unless she was 21 at the time. Either way, I believe the age range is between 19 and 21. I'm not sure, but if she's 23 now, then, well, if she was 19 then in 2023, she should be 21 now. So she did not know who Sharpe was at the time, but the lawsuit said the pair soon began a consensual and deeply manipulative relationship. Over the next 2 years, the suit said Sharpe became increasingly controlling and physically abusive, choking and hitting Doe on multiple occasions. And Doe is Zuniga. Sharpe allegedly threatened to off Zuniga numerous times for resisting his sexual advances and accusing him of infidelity. According to the lawsuit, Sharpe R-worded Doe twice in October of 2024 and again in January of 2025. It also accuses Sharpe of repeatedly recording the two having sex without Doe's knowledge or consent. And saying the lawyer Tony Busby released a brief audio clip to several media outlets, and that's what we played in the beginning, and let's play it again.
Everything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Family.
Now, in the video here, Sharpe said that it was a heavily edited clip. But I'm gonna get back to that. I want to say that, but I'm gonna get back to that. But Busby released a brief audio clip on several media outlets Tuesday in which Sharpe allegedly said he would choke Doe if she accuses him of manipulating her. And you heard that. In a conference call later that day, Sharpe's attorney, Lanny Davis, said the audio was edited in a warped and distorted way. And so that's what Sharpe also alluded to in the video, but he said that they were released in a sex tape, but this audio was released. But they're saying this audio is heavily edited, and they asked for the full audio to be released, but Tony Busby has yet to release the full audio. Davis said Sharpe offered Doe at least $10 million to settle the case before she filed the lawsuit, but she declined. And if that is true, he made a bad move in that. Because if you have done nothing, there is no need to settle. We going to criminal court. Sharpe, a 3-time Super Bowl champion who retired in 2003, appears on ESPN's First Take on Monday and Tuesday. Now, as I stated earlier, reports are that he's now stepped away from First Take. But he's still on the Club Shay Shay podcast, because actually I was watching the NFL draft last night and I saw some broadcasts of Shannon and Ocho still broadcasting from the NFL draft. So his Club Shay Shay is still doing what it's doing. But I'm not sure if that deal, the $100 million deal, was for ESPN or Shay Shay, but I believe it was for Shay Shay. Those lawsuit also refers to a separate suit Sharpe faces in New York. In the 2023 case, Michelle Evans, and I guess that's who his Michelle was, who said she was in a relationship with Sharpe for roughly a decade, accused him of intentional infliction of emotional distress and defamation, among other things. The suit includes allegations that Sharpe sexually assaulted Evans during an argument in 2010. Busby has been involved in other high-profile sexual misconduct lawsuits over the last several years. In 2021, he represented more than 20 women against Deshaun Watson. He filed a lawsuit against Diddy, and I mentioned Jay-Z. So that's the end of this article. So Shannon Sharpe is in a peculiar, very, very, very peculiar situation, because it's like they say, you lay down with dogs, you get fleas, right? I don't know no other way around. Ain't no sense of cutting. Ain't no sense of trying to make it sound nice. You lay down with dogs, you get fleas. So Sharpe was messing with a young woman whose integrity is not in place, and she had nothing to lose, and it seems like she was out for money. She could be out for money. Now, this situation is always a horrible situation, because if she is lying, that's messed up like a mug. But if she's telling the truth, that's still messed up like a mug. Because on one hand, we have someone out trying to destroy somebody's character and career for some odd reason and decided to lie. Or on the other end, somebody decided to take advantage of somebody physically and control them and violate them, right? If it's true. Now, a lot of the evidence that is coming out is pointing to the two having a very freaky, strange relationship. Because there was one thing I was listening to and I read that she asked Shannon Sharpe to put a dog collar around her neck and choke her. So according to Shannon Sharpe's lawyer, they had a very aggressive and freaky relationship. They were doing a lot of freaky stuff that was very hardcore BDSM type stuff, right? And I'm going to read through some text messages that have been leaked. So, what is this one? Let me see if this. So, okay, so this is not the one. So let me get to the text messages. So it says alleged text messages between Shannon Sharpe and the woman accusing him of the R word revealed X-rated missives she sent. I guess that's supposed to be messages, but X-rated messages she sent the NFL legend leading up to her bombshell $50 million lawsuit. And they say that a lot of people believe it's a shakedown. She wants money. A lot of people don't even believe she wants $50 million. Some people believe that this is about ruining his credibility. Like, they don't even really want money. They just want to ruin his credibility. And others believe that it's about money, but maybe not 50 million, or she's just really trying to take the 50 million. But it's thoughts on each side. So the sexually explicit messages blasted out by Sharpe's legal team include the accuser allegedly telling the former Bronco she wants him to put a dog collar around my neck and tie me up and do bad things to me, as the ESPN personality's defense lawyer named the plaintiff, who is Jane Doe, but Gabby Zuniga. And they said that there's a trove of purported messages clearly indicate the nature of their relationship was consensual and sexual in nature, and then many times initiated by her with specific graphic requests. They said the civil legal action was filed in Nevada State Court and claims the Hall of Fame committed sexual assault against the accuser near the end of 2024 and the start of 2025 during their rocky consensual relationship, as I read earlier. They said Sharpe can allegedly threaten to take her off the earth, and another piece of evidence or something else that was released. They said David said Sharpe and the accuser had consensual sex until January 2nd of 2025, the day after. So. And I think there is audio of it. I couldn't find it, but there's audio because I heard it that she basically asked for, hey, pay $25,000 per booty cheek. I guess to get that good old BBL, pay $25,000 per cheek. You know you missed this big juicy ass. $25K for each cheek, she allegedly wrote, according to the 44-page text message, right? Before that message, Sharpe wished her a happy new year and said if she sent him $50,000, she could come over to his house. Another alleged message state. And said if she sent him $50,000, she can come to his house. And they said some other text says that she asked him to tie me up like this and F me, with Sharpe replying, if I knew how to, I would. That sounds like Shannon. Baby girl, if I knew how to do it, I would. Okay, I'm Shannon Sharpe. I grew up in South Georgia in my grandma's house, but if I knew how to tie you up and do that thing, girl, I would, but I can't do it. So she says it's okay, I have handcuffs. We can stick to those for now. The two allegedly exchanged kinky messages again on January 31st, when the accuser allegedly wrote, that just got my thing wet. Tie me up and do bad things to me, which Sharpe wrote then, cuff up. Jane Doe allegedly wrote, you still have my handcuffs. I want like some hardcore BDSM action though, and feeling kind of freaky lately. She additionally wrote, I want to be abused, daddy. That was on March 14th. And I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me while you effing me. She also said, only if you put that baby gravy in me, then you can do whatever you want to me. And I literally ate so much food, I look like I'm pregnant with your big black baby. And I did hear some things that she was saying she want a big black baby, and I'm gonna get to that. But she says, if I still F with you around my B-Day in 24, you can IUD out. So he can go raw and fill her up, but not have a baby. Sharpe wrote that the woman's desire for a baby is a kink for her, which led to the accuser allegedly reply, you're the one he has a breeding kink. And I mean, only I want a baby, it's from I think I'd be a good mom. And she also said, I always wanted a black baby. So it was like, put that big black, I want you to put a black baby in me. And so Shannon Sharpe at his old age is finding himself involved with young girls that don't give a damn about nothing but money. And you know, a lot of the conversations coming up is, well, a lot of people are saying Shannon Sharpe is a predator for being so old and messing with a 19-year-old, right? Now, I am 41 years old and I would not mess with a 19-year-old. I'm up on college campuses doing work all the time. I talk to 19-year-olds all the time. I'm straight. I'm good. I'm not messing with a 19-year-old. Now, I'm not saying Shannon Sharpe did anything wrong, but I'm not saying he did something right. as well. He didn't make the best move. He didn't mess with the best person. Now, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion alone, I think somebody in Shannon Sharpe's position should be married, or if you're gonna mess with women that have something to lose. If you're not gonna be married, and hey, I get it. If you don't want to be married, you don't want to be married, but at least mess with women with something to lose. Mess with women with character and integrity. Mess with good women. Don't just mess with somebody because they look good and they freaky. Because now she's trying to run your pockets, ruin your reputation. You had to step away from ESPN, and you could lose that $100 million deal that was coming. And now she wants to take half of that. And so I've always said, ever since I was a young man, because I've been very observant, and I've always understood that a man who doesn't have discipline and control over his penis, that could ultimately be his downfall. Because remember now, this is the second scandal that has came out surrounding Shannon Sharpe's name in a sexual manner. The first was the alleged leak, or not the alleged, but the leaked sex audio of him and Michelle getting it on. And then now he's been accused. And, but Shannon Sharpe ain't got nothing to worry about, because Umar said he got his back as long as he stopped bunny hopping. But Shannon Sharpe not gonna stop. But, I often say that athletes, entertainers, celebrities, a lot of them are lames and simps. And there are men who are not used to dealing with women, even beautiful women. And so when they get their chance and they run amok. And then they're running amok. They find themselves in very peculiar, bad, and messed up situations. And here Shannon Sharpe finds himself in one of those situations. You got to be careful who you're dealing with. Especially somebody in his position with so much to lose. So much to lose. Can tell a grown man what to do, but I know I wouldn't do it. I'm very thoughtful about who I mess with. Everybody can't get none of this sweet meat, right? Everybody can't get none of this sweet meat. Everybody can't get it. And you might want to do it, but sometimes you got to turn it down. You got to think about the bigger picture. How could this be a detriment to me in the future? And you messing with a OnlyFans girl. Come on, Shannon. You mess with an OnlyFans chick and you didn't expect no bull jive. Use your word. You didn't expect no bull jive. Mess with an OnlyFans girl. Now, this is also about the assassination of the black male character, because we have to bring in the reputation of Tony Busby, and we have to bring in what's going on, because once again, if this is not true, this is another mark or strike or another piece of evidence of the assassination of the black male character, especially by Tony Busby. Tony Busby is targeting black men who are high profile. He has a record of doing that. But also, it's just not Shannon Sharpe, though. It's a bigger issue of men, period. But because Shannon Sharpe is a black man, we want to talk about it in the sense of how it affects black men. But it's a bigger issue of men, period, being accused of things. And it comes back to them messing with women who are crazy, have no integrity, who don't care about nothing, and just all about self. And they got to do a better job. Black men, we have to do a better job of vetting who we mess with. We have to do a better job of having discipline and control over our penis and who we put it inside. Now, I'm not absolved from any of this. So I'm talking to myself too. Now, good thing now I'm in a relationship and I'm good and we good. But I'm not absolved from it, because I'm not gonna act like I ain't never done no dumb stuff out there messing with some dumb chicks, because I'm not. But you learn from your lessons. And I'm glad I learned those lessons when I was young. And I'm glad I didn't have to go through things like this to learn. My father always said a smart man learns from his own mistakes, a wise man learns from other people's mistakes. In a climate where in the social media climate where we can see all of the things, and especially in the job that he has at ESPN, where they're highly critical of athletes doing dumb things, and then they're highly critical of athletes doing dumb things and the people that they are involved with. But yet, Shannon Sharpe, you're not above your own criticism and your own advice that you give to these young athletes. Clearly, you wasn't listening to yourself, because you should not have been messing with her. She didn't have your best interest in mind. She was out for whatever. Or Shannon may be what he's accused of. We don't know. I'm not going to say he is or he isn't. My job here at Negro News is just to give you the information. And I throw a little bit of, I ain't going to sit here and lie. I'm not a trained media person, so I throw some opinion in there. But the main thing is let's talk about, say things that make us think critically, but also look at the facts, look at the information that we have in front of us. Shannon Sharpe has found himself in a bad situation, and he got to ask himself how he gonna get out. Hopefully he's not accused he's not guilty of what he's accused of, but if he is, jump off a bridge. But if he's not, a young lady, jump off a bridge. So that was my one story. That's just the ugly. This one story of Negro News, because this is the story of the week. So I had to give my thoughts to bring y'all up to speed on what's going on with Shannon Sharpe, but look at it in the sense of a lens of how does this affect Black people, Black America, Black things that's going on, because Shannon is a Black man, a brother who is doing positive things as far as his business, as far as we know with his business. He's doing progressive things, rather. I ain't gonna say positive, I'm gonna say progressive things for him, Chad, and his brand and everything, right? Like that. I watch Nightcap, I watch Club Shay Shay, all those things there. Shannon is entertaining, he's funny. So I hope that this is not true, because I hope it's not true, because we don't need actual real predators out there preying on young ladies. But on the other hand, if it's not true, it's messed up. That would be messed up for her to lie on him if it's not true. But once again, we don't know yet. We don't have all the facts and information. But this is one that I will keep up with. Negro News. And remember, if you don't like this video, I forgot to do it at the beginning. I forgot to do it at the beginning. But if you don't like this video, because Joe Biden just called me. If you don't like this video, you ain't Black. You ain't African American if you don't like this video. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, share Negro News. I'm just telling you what's happening, what's going on in the world, that's happening to Black people. And this is the story of the week. So I had to chime in on it. Shannon, I hope you're not guilty, my brother. I doubt you're gonna leave them white girls alone. I doubt that. So I'm not even gonna tell you to leave the white girls alone. But I will say, Shannon, myself, and all our men out there, if she don't have integrity, character, if she's not an upstanding woman, keep your meat out of her. Peace.